Hi there, welcome back to the Qualicare Family Home Care YouTube channel, and you are located in Edmonton East, right?
Right on.
Edmonton East. This is Teresa Craig and I'm Trevor Salmons, and today we're going to be talking a little bit more about what the company does. What is Qualicare all about and what you specifically do, okay? Perfect. So our quote is, "My caregiver mantra is to remember the only control you have is over the changes you choose to make." And that's from Nancy L. Kreisman. Now here's a quick statistic for you that you may not know about home care in Canada. Approximately 70 to 80% of home care services in Canada were provided by unregulated healthcare workers. So there's a lot of room for your industry here in Canada, which is great. Now today, Teresa is going to share a little bit about what she does, a little about the company, and some insight that you may not know about home care. Now, one of the biggest problems that you found is that people are uneducated. They don't know about home care. They don't know, the affordability and how much, people can do with just a little bit of extra help from someone like yourself or a company like yours. So, number one question is, what is home care?
Well, home care is care provided in the home. And home could be anywhere the client is. So that could be a facility, that could be in a private home, that could be in a hospital. A lot of clients like the caregiver to follow them when they're entered into hospital and they're being cared for there. They like that little extra bit of care in the hospital while they're there.
Excellent. So Teresa, tell us, how long have you been in the home care industry?
So I've been in the home care industry for approximately a year and a couple months.
Okay.
And that's with Qualicare. It is relatively new to Edmonton. They actually started in Canada, in Ontario many years ago, and recently came to Calgary probably 9 years ago, and just recently, within that year, opened in Edmonton.
Excellent. And you've been a nurse for like 30 years or
so.
So you have a lot of experience helping other people.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the smile, right? Yeah. Hey, Teresa, can you tell us what is the territory that is marked out for you?
Well, the territories that I have, that the company has, is Edmonton East, Sherwood Park, and Fort Saskatchewan. However, we can serve all of Edmonton except the southwest part of it, and the surrounding areas: St. Albert, Stony Plain, Bruderheim, Morinville, anything within the city limits.
That's good. So you've got quite a wide area that you can help and send people out there to help people either in their home or in a facility.
Correct.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, now what does your company do better or different than other home care companies that are out there?
Well, I was thinking about this question a little bit, and I think what it comes down to is that we involve the family when we do that assessment for the client. We get together with them and the client to determine the best plan of care for them, and we then create a personalized care plan. A lot of people just look at the physical side or the physical aspects of a client, but we take the whole family and the whole client into consideration when creating a care plan. So not just the physical, but the emotional. If they need special care, coordinated care. So we devise a plan that fits them to a T.
So Teresa, maybe go into a little bit more detail about that in-home, that care plan that you devise for people, because it's more than just one certain thing, and we want to explain as much to people as possible as to how that plan works and what it may look like for them.
Yeah, one of the things that we pride ourselves in is creating a plan that's an individual plan for that client and family. We involve the family heavily within that plan, and we also ask that they create goals that they want to center around the client and the family to achieve.
So Teresa, with Qualicare, what are some of the other value-added services that you provide?
Well, some of the things that we do provide are a care plan that is designed especially for that client and their family. We work with them all to create that plan, and we ask that they give us lots of input where that's concerned. So really, we're listening more than we are talking to them. We're listening to what they want and what they need. And that is really the biggest goal that we try to achieve. We also have something called the family room. So in that is we have an online family room that the family can access to see on a daily basis how their loved one is doing and how they did that day. So that's another thing that we've really achieved for the family, and it makes them feel so much a part of the care of that client. And in that family room, they can see what was done during the day. They can also leave questions for us, and that comes right to me. As well as if they get new medications for the client, they can put those things in. And so it is really a communication tool for the family. And they get to have their input that way.
That's so good because,
Yeah.
you know, when you know, let's say it's someone leaving their parent in the care of someone else, it's almost like, you know, nanny cam,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when you're having your kids looked after by a nanny or by a
Yeah.
babysitter, you want to know what's going on. Well, it's kind of a reverse role.
Yeah.
So you want to see how your parents are being cared for.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of opportunity for that to see what's actually going on with the care. So
Absolutely.
there's a level of accountability there
Sure.
with what you guys are doing,
Yeah.
and they can feel more comfortable and at ease knowing that their parent is being cared for properly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now, is there any other type of special equipment or technology or experience that kind of sets you apart from the other companies that are out there?
Well, I'm not sure about the other companies, but for me, I was in the same boat as a lot of these people are that are caring for their parents. I have a mom who is going to be 96 this year.
Wow.
And she was really living just in existence in her home. And we worked together, my brother and I and my husband. And we took care of her for over a year before she was placed actually in a facility. But it was a struggle, and I knew the system. I worked the system for many, many years, and I was still overwhelmed and still struggling, as was my husband and my brother. So I know how people feel when they are struggling to care for their parent, or when a client is struggling just to exist in their home. So my experience with that, I think, will be an asset in helping people.
Yeah, so you can have that empathy when you're speaking with a family about
Yes,
caring for
absolutely.
their parent or
Yeah.
loved one.
Yeah.
Now, tell us who would be the ideal client for Qualicare?
Well, you know, that's a really short question, but it's quite a long answer. I think the ideal client is anyone, and it doesn't have to be somebody who's elderly, but anyone who needs help with their situation to keep their loved one or themselves at home. I think that is the ideal client because we can help them. We can help them.
Yeah, so it can be someone who has chronic pain,
Yeah.
either from a motor vehicle accident or some other type of injury or
Yeah.
illness. Doesn't necessarily have to be elderly people who are, you know, just not able to move around or
Yeah.
take care of themselves
Yeah.
as much as they could. Can be anybody.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. You have a lot of options open to the people that you can help and serve. Now, what is one thing that you try to do better every day?
Wow, you know, I don't think it's just the one thing that I try to do better every day. Being a novice in the business world, and I really am, so is my husband, we try to do a lot of things better every day. Learning the business, learning what a client wants, what a client needs, what a family wants and needs. Those are things that we look into all the time, and what we can do for the community. I think that's really important. I think it's important as a small business to be involved in the community and really listen to what the community wants. And I think that's probably what we try to do better every day.
It's a good answer. Now tell me, why are you so passionate about doing what you do?
Well, I really love nursing as a whole, but I have to say that my passion continues in the community with helping people in their homes and helping them stay in their homes.
Now, if you had one big, gigantic goal that you had for your business, what would that be?
I think my biggest goal is to make the private home care business accessible to all people, not just a few. I think it comes down to education, and I think it comes down to just putting our name out there and doing videos like this. I think it's very important to educate the population.
Yeah, letting more people know that it is accessible if they need it.
Yep.
You can just call Teresa. So if somebody is in need of home care, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, they can just call me up, and my phone number is 780-328-6655. It's as easy as that.
Simple. And
Yep.
then Teresa will set up a consult with you and your family, and we can set up that individualized care plan just for you, so that we can start helping out your infirmed loved one or elder person who is in need of help. So just give her a call, and we'll see you guys on the next video.